John Blaze decided to run the whole ladder and not compete for a better spot. He once again tries to defend his title. Will he defend it again, or did he make the mistake of not qualifying for the better spot? There's only one way to find out.
Welcome everyone to the off-season King of the Palace, presented by, edited by Watch Me Suck at Bowling. Brian, welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you.
Johnny, Chan, welcome back.
Thank you.
Got anything bad to say about him?
No, because last time we bowled, he kind of handed it to me. So we'll see how the second time goes around.
So basically, what he's saying to you is,
You can't twist his words, man. He's nice.
he's going to stump a mud hole in your and walk you dry.
Okay, I got it.
Anything else you'd like to say to the champ?
No, that's good luck.
Yeah, you too.
What he's really trying to say is,
Okay.
so, with all that being said, and all the smoke is cleared, Johnny, Brian,
Rematch.
throw the ball, let the pins fall.
That's another. Hey, that's $20, sir.
Yeah, 20 bucks.
It's not copyrighted.
Welcome everyone to the off-season King of the Palace, sponsored, produced, and edited by Watch Me Suck at Bowling. Up first on Alley 3, no stranger to the King of the Palace, Mr. Brian Robinson.
Slid by the head pin.
Brian's been bowling for 30 plus years. His average is a 108. His high single is a 182. His high trip is a 432. In the booth with me today is myself, the Nuz.
How are ya?
Amber.
Hi.
George.
Yep.
Damn fly.
And I don't ride dragon boats low.
That's right.
What?
Lady and gentlemen, thanks for having me today.
All right, that's enough. You can leave.
All right.
What's the handicap on this?
Yeah, what's the handicap?
4.
To
Brian.
I mean, John should get 30 in retrospect, but anyways, we're talking about the bowling here.
Brian threw the ball so hard he knocked pins down on 3.
Knocked down some pins over on lane 3.
He throws
should
the
count
ball.
for the strike.
He really makes the pins fall.
Yeah.
all over it.
By law, that's considered a parody, and therefore he cannot collect.
Up now, the returning king, Johnny Ghost Rider Blaze on lane 3. That's right, I'm bringing Ghost Rider back.
You know, for me, he's always been the squirrel, but I remember as he tickles the 4-pin almost completely over, the term Squirrel Rider has come up in this booth in the past.
That's a whole different.
That's a whole.
Isn't that bestiality?
Being the off-season king of the palace, anything goes. You never know with this.
Oh God.
As John breaks the machine.
John messed it up for everyone.
Johnny Blaze has been bowling for 15 years. His high average is a 113, his high single is a 186, and his high trip is a 421. Well, his average is a 113, it's not his highest.
What did I say? Deuce, no, it's 3 actually. 2. Couldn't see the 5-pin.
Well, you could always look at the monitor.
So can't tell.
It's a very 21st century-esque.
You know what? The best thing about the monitor is it's old school, new school, black and white.
Right. It's very consistent too. Very consistent picture.
Yep.
It's got a standard angle. It's got a higher angle. Two-channel camera and everything.
Yep. Nothing changes.
No, not at all.
In more ways than one.
Yeah. Very pronounced sidewalls down there, Dave, I must say.
Thank you. We tried here at the King of the Palace.
Bounce, I missed the head pin, but I got a big break. Those are what, 7?
Brian's home alleys are Timber Lanes and Union Street in Exeter.
Where are you gonna hit this, Dennis?
Right of the head pin. Right there.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Dennis, the bowling master over here.
I know what I'm talking
making
about.
the shots.
Just because I can't do it doesn't mean I don't know how it goes.
Do as
know-
I say, not as I do.
Exactly.
You know, it's funny, during qualifying, I was bowling next to Dennis and he told me how to hit a shot, and I hit it, and it went.
She played it perfectly.
I was quite impressed with myself.
Funny story, the 2 times that I bowled with Dennis, I made the cut both times.
That's why I made sure you weren't on the same lane.
It's the only times that I made the cut.
It's actually the first time I tried it when I wasn't paired up with Phil Clough. I thought I had a chance.
Two fluff cluff. Triple wood here.
Oh,
Nice pitch.
Almost had the ball go back and get it.
Just missed.
Take a lot of 9 out of that one.
I bowled with Brian last year at the once a month in Exeter. Fun league. Although his ball works better here than it does at Exeter, I notice. It's got that nice curve on it and it gets a lot of action.
up on alley 3, the returning champ.
John Blaze.
Oh, look at that
break.
break.
Sprint to the line with a really
Lot of-
tough break, leaving the 9-10 with favorable.
I think he sacrificed a
Lot
live
of-
chicken for that
A
one.
lot of extras.
Yeah.
There might be a squirrel back there.
What a tough
Sacrificed
break.
it.
Oh boy, that was such a difficult spare shot.
Get some voodoo going on that ball.
I like George's idea. There's a squirrel back there just knocking them down.
Johnny bowls out of bogey lanes and lucky strike lanes.
Oh, look at that ball. That was beautiful.
And John takes the dump in that pit.
Lucky,
Whoa,
lucky,
that was a good one. I like that. Clean
lucky
up-
strike is tuck pin.
Clean up on alley 4.
After 4, John Blaze at 52 working on a strike. Brian Robinson at 56.
There's gonna be another close one.
We'll get that fly
you
yet.
included the handicap.
Oh!
I was
Almost
wondering when you were
answer.
going to add in the handicap.
Short
so
pitching
that's okay. Okay. So that's accurate.
I always do it after the second. It makes it easier at the end.
Yeah. The spare 8. What? He's got 21 from 2.
That's a new math.
Yeah.
Common
Hey, you know,
core.
yeah, you never know. You never know how they're teaching it these days.
Yeah, no kidding.
Don't even get me started on that. It like angers me. Math is
Look.
math. You can't just change it.
Listen, I'm a math major, so coming from that, it's definitely a big change from your everyday garden variety college math.
Yeah, it's
Are they still doing that weird math?
Probably.
Common Core math.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crap.
Well, for the state of Massachusetts, you have your MCAS standardized testing, which is controversial at best.
Nice shot.
Then you have your SATs and ACTs,
I
and
live in New Hampshire.
Sorry.
might be a
That
little.
explains it.
Hey, hey!
It's in the water.
Wow.
There's Johnny Blaze working on a strike.
Brian
Brian
Robinson
just threw 2
comes
marks
back,
in his face.
I don't know why I
comes
like
back
people.
with 2 big marks. John, another tough break off the head pin.
He's got a nice cluster with a piece of wood in there, so this could go. Gonna be a little heavy on the head pin.
Missed the head.
All right, still get some count out of it.
Nine box. You just wanted a number.
I like that number.
And that's when we say nice between John and I.
Champs down 4 box to
Reddit
box. Almost left the Caleri, but look at this. Look at this action.
Who says hitting the head pin will give you spare leaves?
Head pin's overrated.
Always has been.
He
Ask
didn't want
Brown
Bob
Chuck.
to stick around, so he made sure a few other pins fell.
Going up the line to check.
Analyzing his wood in a good way.
Please remember the YouTube community guidelines.
Yes, yes. Monetization? No way.
Wow.
As I can lose monetization. I know I'm probably riding a video that's somewhat viral, but it's getting close to paying for the sponsorship now.
Nice.
After 6, Johnny Blaze at 78, Brian Robinson at 83 working on a spare.
80% of the way there.
John had 2 opens. It kind of puts him down in down for the total score, so he's got to get back into it.
Brian bowls on the Tuesday South Shore Semi-Pro League and the Sunday Pro League.
Not too bad. Got to hit the head pin on
What's a
this.
semi-pro?
Huh?
What's a semi-pro?
Never heard
Not
of
quite
that.
a pro.
Are there any?
Me?
I have no idea. I've never heard of that. Oh, nice shot.
I'm just asking a question.
I mean, what defines a pro in this game nowadays? You know, it's
Being really good?
well, not necessarily. I mean, you see a lot of people that go just for the fun of it, and they say they're the professionals, and it's a little bit of a controversial topic, and a lot of people will have a lot of different opinions on it. It's definitely something to think about.
Well, by definition, it means that you make money in whatever you're doing in your sport.
So none of us are pros.
Since I make money on YouTube doing this stuff, I could be considered the world's worst professional Candlepin bowler by a mile.
But I'm serious, like, really.
Ooh. That one slipped off.
I mean-
Look at this.
Oh, what a 10!
You know, that's like quite a lot today, even in qualifying.
I don't even think I've ever seen that one before.
It was a
Hit the
6 box,
pinball,
right?
hit the pinball machine. Yeah, it was a
For,
six.
for where I'm standing, I can't see it, but I'll see it when it's in the editor.
That ball bounced about 6 times off the sidewalk. He's a diamond right.
John's gonna get a couple marks going, get him back in this match.
I missed one. Oh, a little too
Already
heavy.
had it.
No breaks on the diamonds. Looking to clean up for 10.
I got it.
Wide left.
Amber finally got that stupid fly.
I killed the fly.
Inner ninjas are coming out.
Just so you guys know, since you can't see it, there's been a little mayfly.
It's because Dennis smells really bad.
45 minutes that everybody's been grabbing at.
You missed it because I just.
No, I didn't. I just wiped it off my finger, so there's more than one then.
Johnny Blaze is down 18 box to box, but he's up against a 6 box.
Okay, I
so.
killed one fly.
He's gotta make it.
Oh,
Nice bait.
All right.
Hard to believe there are mayflies in late August.
but you know, they just go around me. You know, my last name and all.
Nice 10 box. After 8, Johnny Blaze at 96, Brian Robinson at 110.
George, do you know what my last name is?
The 5th month of the year.
That'd be May.
The street that our friend Aaron lived on.
It's like the worst last name.
That is not bad at all.
Leave right there.
I liked it a little better when it was turned a little bit more, but if he plays just barely grazes the 2-pin on the inside, it should take the 6-pin.
He smacks it right in the face.
Takes it anyway, nice.
Right there.
Nothing. Shots wide.
Beautiful.
All right, looking to really put the pressure on for this one now. Looking for the big first ball and maybe another.
6 beers and 9 boxes.
It's like I said like Brian said in the interview, we're looking for retribution since the last time these two bowled against together.
Yeah, when John shot 300,000 against him, yeah.
Yeah, so Brian's looking for a little redemption.
Good motivator.
He said he was going to stop a mud hole on him.
Well, he's
Hey, no, that's me against Dean Sullivan because I am 0-2
Put a good bid
against
into
him,
doing
so
it.
it's got to happen eventually. Eight and a half.
that puts him at 133 for the first string.
Good solid first game, right on his average coming out of the qualifying.
Yeah. I mean, he tore it up in the qualifying as well. Oh, the score punch is out.
Champ's got a lot of ground to make up right here. Can't be
He's
doing
at
that.
Miola's ice cream stand in Sterling right now.
Oh, what a bid.
Nice.
Oh, it might go
try.
still. It might go still. It might
Maybe.
fall in the gutter.
Not hard enough.
For those of you not in the area, that's approximately halfway to Worcester from here.
We're halfway to Josh Lowell's house as well.
Champ is down
Well,
19
now-
box to box.
Now everybody's gonna go visit you.
I don't live in Worcester. Who said that?
If you go to the Colonial in Worcester and you... How?
There it goes. There it is.
How does that happen?
Oh no! Oh no!
You throw the ball 60 feet down the alley, you hit your object pen, and
You get penalized.
Oh, just missed it. That had a good chance of making it.
I'm at a bad
how
angle
does that
here.
happen?
If
Can
it
anybody
gets blocked,
please
I
tell
can't
me?
see.
So if
Yeah.
you're in Worcester and you knock out the 2-8 or the 3-9, what do you call it? The half
Half
year?
Boston.
I call it home.
That's not a good
He's
answer.
looking for 9, and he gets the 9. Gained 1 pin and count.
So after one, returning champ Johnny Blaze at 115, challenger Brian Robinson at 133.
Not to stay on the same topic, but why is that called a half of a stick?
Why, what?
Why is that
If you
called
watch
a half
Stars and Strikes, they explain it. They had a league going with a bunch of people were razzing each other, and they kept punching out like the half Worcester on either side. And they said, the guy who lived in the Worcester area, they said, well, you should be halfway home to Worcester by now. Keep punching that out. And it just became terminology.
It's like a close match, and he needed a big fill and a spare in the 10th or something, and punched out the 2. And
Johnny Blaze still has a long time to come back.
18 pins can be made up really quick.
all right, John's looking to get this game going again. Trying to gather the troops. There we go.
A little light on the head pin. He's a
That's
nice disaster.
yeah.
3
That
5
looks fun.
3 5 7 10. If he hits the inside of the 310,
Oh no!
I got, well, before you threw that
a really
last
loud
ball, that was a leaf I got at Brian's.
That's awful.
Ooh,
It's a $7.
And I almost
John
actually
starts
made it.
off at the 7. He's going to get something going now, because mentally it's not looking too good.
And for those of you who don't know what Brian's Bowlaway is, if you know Riverwalk Lanes, it's pretty much the same.
It's my home lanes for a Friday Night Pro League. Now, after every other house I keep going to close.
How does that happen?
Dennis is the ultimate jinx with the bowling alley.
Apparently.
Hit your object pen,
So I'm Lucky Strike, they closed. I was at Malden, they closed. I was at Beverly, they closed. Mark Ritchie promised me they're not closing, so.
The eagle has picked up the squirrel.
Dropped them in the ocean. Ooh, matching 7 boxes. Ouch.
Double this score through 2 boxes. Unfortunately, there he had 7s in them.
maybe
squirrel.
instead of score, we should call him woodchuck.
Unfortunately, it's a score
John.
that even I usually do better at, but you know he'll do better.
Give me something good to commentate on.
There's a nice ball.
Brian Robinson.
Goodbye, hammer time.
And Ho Hum starts off with another strike right
Ryan
where he
said
was
in the
before.
interview he was going to stuff a mud hole in his butt and walk it dry.
Did he really say that?
You weren't paying attention?
Hey, they can hear you.
As we remind ourselves about the monetization of it all, as Brian hits the head pin once again.
For those of you there,
And it's that's
better
a
by a
double.
second,
That's
that's
a double. Oh my God!
Give it a little tickle.
Junk on the
Weebles wobble.
New Palace Right, as I call it.
Brian's got 5 planks to shoot at, 6 planks to shoot at. He
I think he's going to be a wood player.
might go.
Oh,
Oh, and he goes for
much
the ball. Goes for the ball seat technique.
I think
Wow.
I hit the,
not usually
I
a
think he hit the
problem.
wrong piece of wood.
The squirrel said what I was about to say, and I'm sure you heard it.
No wood
10.
needed on that one.
Unfortunately, you can't call that a I wish it was ball 2 moment.
Box to box, the champ is down 37.
Squirrel's getting into it deep.
He should have qualified.
Who, Dennis?
Oh, punch out.
And the next time you guys have a scratch match for the real thing, I'll be the fodder for.
Oh, what
Wow.
a try! No luck for John.
No luck. When,
Back door, hold on. Get some legs on you. Pull the string.
John's favorite shot is nothing standing, and his least favorite shot is a 7-10 split.
Woody.
Reading the sheet, anything you'd like to mention? My Grammy is in the.
Grampy.
My Grammy is the mid. No, I know it says Grampy.
Oh, back door.
John comes back with a little break. Mike Grammy is the man.
Yeah, it kind of does say.
I know, that's what
it kind of looks like it says Grammy.
He is definitely the man, and he is definitely a savage.
Oh, boom.
Brian answered the bomb of his own.
Looked at Ghost Rider and said, take that.
He's not gonna let the Ghost Rider up.
Brian's definitely liking the whole lane 3 thing because he's got a double over there right now.
Brian keeps showing the squirrel his front tire.
Double it up.
Hit the 10 this time.
Huh? Leaves the 8. Oh, leaves the 8. Oh, wow.
Said hit the 10
With
this
a
time.
plank all the way out.
Squirrel versus an 18-wheeler.
He's gonna shoot right at it to make it.
I ain't gonna argue with that.
Oh my God.
Nice.
Makes it with ease like it's nothing.
Again, I will say it. Brian said in the interview he was going to stomp a mud hole in his butt and walk you dry.
Giggity.
And everybody's
Ziggity. Ziggity dig.
After 4, Johnny Blaze at 34 working on the strike. Brian Robinson at 63 working on the split.
Oh, is he going to... Oh, beautiful shot.
John throws the aggressive hammer ball in there, leaves the 610, another makeable spare.
Nice.
there.
Needed that.
Yes.
He's down 47 box to box.
Definitely in the must-make category at this point. If he wants to have some sort of chance.
He needs to mark out pretty much.
The comeback is on.
There's another good ball in there. No luck on that.
Bad break.
It's the 4-7.
And 6.
That's rough.
He can
Play the
get
right tip. Hope it slaps off the wall and
The
gets that
monitor
60.
threw me off a little bit.
Clear your eyes.
The higher angle, it's always tough. I mean, the sidewalls are still very well defined.
I like sidewalls.
Twist your
That's a
head.
wide angle lens.
Oh!
Pull the string on the ball.
That's all you got to do is get those pins bouncing around, especially here. You never know. Sun-kissed is
That was a
definitely
gift from the
showing
gods.
its face.
What are you trying to say?
I like your sidewalls.
What are you trying to say? Sun-kissed.
Listen, it's the old reference.
Hey,
the
I
place
tried to
is
get rid
not-
He's the MK.
I worked hard to get rid of that.
And-
The juice end.
Oh,
El
absolutely.
Stinko-
There is
El Stinko
nothing
visited
down there.
Brian, unfortunately.
But Brian still have 40 pins box to
Not
box.
down there when I was bowling either.
Whoa.
nothing but greatness.
Nothing for you either if you're back here with me.
But that is true.
That was a good bit in and out.
Well, they all
Take
can't be. They all
the
can't
grind
be
for an
the
8 box,
greatest,
although
you
the
know?
3 fill doesn't help very much.
Champ gained 9 pins on that box. 31 pins box to box right now.
Hey, some trailer parks do survive tornadoes, you know.
Brian on the outside of the 2-pin.
It's not too bad if he splits the 1 and 3. He's get that nice helpful wood to take out the 10 and keep the 5 in play.
Needs a little bit of drive to get through to the
missed.
pins. All right.
Oh,
Pinning out.
Champs, open door right now.
Little bit of a momentum swing in the match. John's definitely going to capitalize.
Brian's favorite shot is any pin with wood. And his least favorite shot is the head pin. Really?
That pesky 5-pin just never wants to go.
After 6, Johnny Blaze at 71 working on a spare. Brian Robinson at 82. 29 pins box to box minus whatever Johnny fills right here.
John's looking for a big fill.
Throws a good in there.
Oh, again. Jesus.
Same lead.
Another 7 on the head pin.
Mirror.
Lot more
Mirrored
makeable than
image.
last shot, though. You can cut that pin over like it's nothing.
Which pin?
22 pins.
Cut that 3-pin over there like it's nothing.
I'd probably try to sweep it. Well, he's going the other way.
Oh, he's going outside.
Back door.
It might go.
Get over.
Not hard enough. Nice bid.
Gotta put some muscle into it next time.
Only takes 9 degrees to knock the pin completely over, and that was at 8.5
pin.
right
Nice
there.
pin. All right, he needs to start it back up now. 22 pins box to box.
Johnny's all business right now.
Still possible.
Absolutely.
He's still trying to outrun the 18-wheeler.
He needs 3 out of 3 right here. It was a good first
Nice
ball.
ball.
Oh, and there's the strike to put him right back in it.
Showing why he is the champ.
We'll find out and see how Brian responds to that. Brian just misses the head pin on the inside.
It's the 4 horsemen left with the 10 pin.
That was a very astute synopsis.
Also known as a washout.
Try.
Right there.
Oh, nice what a shot. Big response to that.
Now that one is known as a spare.
He just skinned the squirrel on that one.
Yeah, that front tire, the 18-wheeler, is getting closer to the squirrel.
I accidentally ran over.
On this one. Oh, no.
How does that happen?
Oh, boy.
They always do it on lane 4, and I can't see past them, so it's delayed.
You can always look at the monitor.
The monitors are still showing the same thing despite
Oh, nice bit on that.
the travesty
They're a little
known as the
delayed.
spread eagle.
Yeah, I never seem to get the frame rate problem fixed.
Brian's not bowling, he's a computer analyst, and he enjoys
Nice pinning.
board games, cards, and brewery tours.
After 8, Johnny Blaze, 98, working on a strike. Brian Robinson at 106. 26 pin lead for the challenger going into the last 2 boxes.
Johnny's gonna have to like
He needs a double.
put the
right
hammer
here.
down.
And that 4 fill 10 box was big because that put him over for the 2 boxes. So that'll force John to not only throw 3 marks, but have to throw 2 strikes in a row to force Brian to mark. He throws
That was
the
a
good
beautiful
one
ball.
in there.
All right.
I ran over a squirrel the other day. I had to text Blaze to apologize for his loss.
Family member?
Brother.
Yeah, felt terrible.
I've seen Johnny surf on top of an elevator once. It was
John had
interesting.
a little extra flail to the left and flagged it, unfortunately, for the 8 box. So he's
Well,
gonna
he needs a strike right now.
Put
He's
an
down 19.
exclamation point on it.
He needs a double.
In fact, if I remember on the first episode, I'll have a video proof of Johnny surfing elevators.
John's got to put at least a double 9 or a triple on to force Brian to throw 2 good boxes, 2 decent boxes.
Taking an extra second right now, which is understandable.
He knows the pressure of the shot. And just flagged the head pin.
And that should do it.
Even if he makes the spare, it'll force Brian to throw 5 or 6 pins in 2 boxes.
The king has been dethroned.
The Squirrel King has unfortunately been dethroned.
The squirrel got run over.
And finished with a 9 box.
For a 122 string for a 2-string total of 237. And Brian Robinson is already at 239, so he's already won.
Now,
Still had a couple good respectable weeks.
if in these last 2 frames, Brian gets a -2, he can still win.
There's one.
There's
Well, that's a positive one, so yeah, the squirrel's
trying to
been
make
run
the match
over.
close.
You know, Blaze tried to come back. No.
This is all gravy at this point, so.
Blaze tried. He
He could throw as
Try
bad
to
as
look
I
good for
put a
could.
few
TV.
marks.
Yeah.
Sausage and gravy on biscuits, baby.
Just couldn't.
That's
See,
good
I'm
eating
trying
right
to talk
there,
bowling,
Dave.
and they're talking about gravy. Like, I think people are getting hungry.
Yeah.
I want to thank everybody on the Watch Me Suck at Bowling YouTube channel.
AKA George FFF Fun's World of Crap.
Tuning in to the off-season King of the Palace. We appreciate all your viewership and your support. Thank you very much. Want to give a big thanks to guest commentator Josh Lowell, Dennis, Amber, George.
How are ya?
How are ya?
I appreciate you guys having me.
And
It's good to be had.
Brian defeats new champ, or Johnny Blaze will be facing
So after the
Johnny
2,
Lister.
Brian Robinson with a 125 for a 2-string total of 258.
Go, Johnny.
Alrighty, get your stuff ready, Georgie.
And that's it.
Welcome everyone to the off-season King of the Palace, where we just witnessed Brian Robinson do what he said he was going to do and stop a mud hole in the butt of the reigning former champ, Johnny Blaze. Brian, man of your word, you got your retribution.
I did this time, that's for sure.
Nice. Next week, face Joey Lister.
Yep.
And let me tell you, I was going between you and him, and both you guys were throwing some big bombs. So this next week is going to be a spectacular match.
Absolutely.
Looking forward to it. Anything else?
That's it. What? That's all.
He said he's going to open a can up on Joey. Get him on the alleys now. He doesn't want to wait. We'll see you next week on the off-season King of the Palace.
It looks like Brian Robinson has successfully run over the squirrel with his 18-wheeler, knocking the king out of the competition. Next week, you get to see Brian Robinson take on the number 2 seed with a 5-game roll-off of 681, Joey Lister. How will this match turn out? There's only one way to find out, and that's tune into King of the Palace Summer Edition next week. The following is a Kingpin production, produced by Georgia 551's World of Crap. Scores displayed on screen come from official scorecards.